Okay, so welcome to the Appinate team demo of Ben Geisler, Robyn Umeki, and Yong. I will be showing you today what we've been able to accomplish. Still a few bugs in the system, but for the most part it's all working. I should note that this is a live system. We are not using any canned data whatsoever. It's a system that live pulls from Google Play API and the API store, using a product called 42 Matters as one of the API elements, as well as an algorithm called Rake. So I'll go ahead and get started, and I'll kind of describe things as I go along. So we've called our product Appinate. Clever little name came up with, and basically the idea is that it's a recommender system for apps that you might like. And basically there's three phases that we go in. The first phase is we do a search using the 42 Matters API of the Google Play Store. And again, it's a live search through all the apps that exist, the millions of apps that exist on the App Store. So you can go ahead and type in, one second here, my screen has stopped responding for some reason. Oh, there it is. So as you can see, I'm about to type in something to the search field. The search field is up here. It brings me up a little keyboard so I can type stuff in. Oops, Crush corrected me there. And Appinate is just our word for search, basically, and that's the first phase of the product. So I'm going to demonstrate this first phase first. We would click Appinate. So it comes up with a bunch of things that are similar to Candy Crush, Candy Connect, Jelly Crush, Guide for Candy, etc. I'm going to say that now for the second phase, it's useful to have likes in your search because your likes will help refine your search. So I'm going to say that I like Jelly Crush, for example. Now there is a bug that we've noticed where every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, every 10th one also gets checked, but it's a fake check. It's not actually checked. So Cotton Candy Maker won't show up in my likes list. That bug probably wouldn't be too hard to fix, but we just noticed it during user testing, and for now we're just ignoring it. So I'm going to say I like Jelly Crush. Not really Sugar Candy Collapse, but I'll say I like Star Crush as well. Now, if I go to my edit likes, you see that Star Crush, Guide for Candy, Egg Crush. These extra ones were, unfortunately, as I said, there's a bug right now, so we can uncheck these and then hit save. The reason I'm basically building up this likes list is for phase 2. So I'm going to say I like Star Crush and Sweet Candy, that those might be good games that I might like because of the fact that I like Candy Crush. Now, in reality, you would only click on them if you actually played the game and liked it, but we don't have the time we don't have the luxury of doing the demo would probably take, an hour or something, so we don't have the time to do that. Anyway, I'm going to go back to new search, and this time I'm going to search on something else. I'm going to search on War Games. So I click new search. That takes me back to the Appinate screen. I'm just going to search on War Games here. Again, I'm going to click Appinate because I'm still trying to build up that search list. And actually, Tank Battle, I really like that game. That's a good game. Click like on it. Roman Wars is pretty good too, so we did pretty good on this this round. I'm going to go back to my edit likes, and I'm going to save them. Just click save. The click gamer type doesn't come up until phase 3. Click to select gamer type, so that's what that's all about. I'm going to go back to new search. I want to have 3 successful searches, and then I'll move on. I'm going to say say I want a game with guns in it, so I'm going to search for gun. Oh, Gun Fu Stickman Edition. That's kind of a fun game. Guns and Glory Heroes. That's kind of a cool little game as well. I'm just going to click on that. And then also, since it doesn't have to be just games, I'm going to do more of a business type search. Let's say I wanted to search on LinkedIn because I like the ability to connect with my colleagues around the world. So I'm going to click Appinate on that. So, oh, okay, there's something that's similar to that called Connect, apparently. Lumen toolbar, contactive free caller ID. Let's say that I've decided I like Connect, so I'm going to click like on that. Back to edit likes. And again, I'm going to click Save. There is an extra app that came up in there called TrueConnect Smart Caller ID. Again, that's just a bug with the system. Now I'm going to go on to phase 2. So phase 2 involves us basically taking this likes list that we built up, and we run the rake algorithm on it, which is a text analysis algorithm, R-A-K-E. We have the C# implementation of that implemented, and our presentation will cover a little bit more about how that works. But basically, it's a keyword searcher. It finds the top keywords in all of those documents, and using that, it picks 3 of them to help the search. So if I was to click on likes right now, and with an empty search, it's not truly an empty search. Instead, it's going to recommend things based on my likes list that I might like, since I also like those games. So this is where the recommender starts. So if we say recommend based on likes, and then we hit Appinate, it will scour through that rake list, and it's saying that I'm going to like Miami Crime Simulator, Quiz Battle History, Car Chase Simulator, World History Quiz, Motorbike Driving Simulator. So in reality, these are all games that I wouldn't have necessarily expected, but nonetheless, they're kind of related to things that I did. Like we've got a call history that's due to that one that came up on the list. We've got some war games like Airplane Pilot Simulator, flight simulators, various things that seem kind of like that. Now, if I go back to new search, let's say I wanted a game about fish. Now, this would basically correlate games that are about fish plus other likes that I have had in the recommender system. Oops, I screwed that up. I want to go back to new search. I'm going to type fish in again. I'm going to say recommend based on likes, Appinate me. Oops. A little crash there. It's a little bit fragile yet, but that's just because of the fact that we only had about 3-4 weeks to develop it. So it's saying Big Fish Games app, contact backups and restore. That's still from the Facebook thing, I think. Fish with Attitude, Ocean Fish Wallpaper, probably because it's thinking I like business type applications and I might like the wallpaper. Fishing Knots, True Fish, Fish Flying. Okay, so that seems pretty applicable to search, and that was just based on likes. I'm going to go back and do one more of these to demonstrate. Say I wanted a puzzle game for sure. Oops. I'm going to click puzzle, recommend based on likes, and Appinate. So I would expect I would get some puzzle games, plus I might get some war puzzle games or extraneous war games, plus whatever is on my likes list. So I got Bubble Shooter Friends, that's kind of a good puzzle game. Dog Friends, puzzle games. but I'm also probably going to come up with a few other things like laser box puzzle. So quite a few other things. Fear Your Friends, probably from Facebook actually. Puzzle Trooper, Gunspell. So it's still picking up elements of my prior search, but it's influencing that in the search list, or it's influenced by that in the search that comes up. I'm going to go back to new search. Now we're going to demonstrate phase 3. Phase 3 at its core is basically saying, well, we have all these likes lists. In the ideal app, what you would do is you would save your likes list to a particular stereotype, a particular gamer type. So I would say that I'm a puzzle gamer, I'm a casual gamer, I'm a hardcore gamer, racing gamer, an apps user, and never mind the dev save. I'll just give this a moment and it'll update on the screen. This is what I'm talking about, the puzzle. Oops. Hopefully that corrects itself. The puzzle, the casual, the hardcore, racing, apps user. So the idea is you would have a list of likes that you've already liked. And if you want to save those to the cloud so your friends could see what you liked, you could click one of those stereotypes. And then if your friend happened to also be a hardcore gamer or racing gamer, when you're doing your new search, it will take that into consideration. So for example, I've pre-populated some cloud data. And we use the Microsoft Azure service to do this. It's all live, real time. There's nothing contrived about it. It all is working real time. If I was to click on recommend based on cloud likes, and I select puzzle, you'll notice the toast message came up saying that that has been downloaded to the device. So we now have my friends' likes that happen to be puzzle gamers. Oh, there's a bug here. We have to wait for the toast message to come up that says it's ready. It's currently downloading the like data. Okay, now we're ready. So here's a bunch of puzzle games, Mahjong, Magic Cube. Actually, our user study found that this was one of the most interesting ones to our users. Sliding puzzle, jigsaw puzzles. So apparently in our cloud, our friends that happen to, and of course you could go back here and say you like these games and that could influence your likes list. And so all of it is one big sort of social networking hodgepodge of likes. But as I was saying, clearly someone must have liked Mahjong in the cloud, and that's why I'm getting a bunch of those. Now again, if I was to say I want a fish type puzzle game, we'll download that to my device. Click Appinate. It does take some time occasionally, mostly because it's pulling from real data, and I didn't pay for the high-end service, so it's a little bit slow. So I did get Big Fish Games, which is a puzzle game manufacturer. I only know that because I'm in gaming. A Fish with Attitude, we got that again. So we get some of the same things we saw before. Fish versus Pirates, though, is new. Fishing free games. So we get a good variety of results with that. I'm going to go back and show a different stereotype. I'm going to show casual. Bunch of marble games. say we are a hardcore gamer. On this one, I would expect to see lots of. Oops, we're just catching up here. I would expect to see, when we go to the hardcore gamer, I would expect to see shooting type games. Overclock FPS online shooter is actually an interesting one because that's about overclocking. Gun shoot war, gun and blood. Racing games. There's some interesting things there. And finally, apps user, which is the business user case, basically. We again have to wait till it says cloud-like data downloaded. It's coming from the Azure service. And shortly it should catch up with us here and show us the results for apps user. Sorry, it seems to be hung a little bit. Okay, finally there it is. Another major reason for the delay is the recording software that I'm using. There's just quite a bit of a delay on it. Anyway, this gives you an idea of some of what is there. Emoticons for Facebook, smart eyeglass Facebook businessman suit. Some of this obviously is the danger of using keyword type searches because it's picking the word business, and Baker Business 2 isn't necessarily a business app, but emoticons for Facebook could kind of be viewed as an app type thing. Smart eyeglasses for Facebook would be that as well. Looks like there's a video downloader at the very bottom of the screen there. Business calling, remote PC, who deleted me on Facebook, BusyBox installer. So that concludes our tour of Appinate. And from here, we'll go back to the main screen, and we'll just end it with that. And hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you.